Hey everyone, Boardgame Brody here with Meeple Mountain. I have a hot copy of Solar Storm, a cooperative game about saving your ship and crew from running into the sun by Dranda Games. Solar Storm is a game of taking a set amount of actions, trying to put out fires, or trying to progress a room to divert its power to the energy core. As you can see here, the game is played on a 3x3 grid of cards. Each card represents a room with the energy core being in the middle. To win, everyone works together to place diversion tokens on each of the surrounding rooms, sending a power wave to the energy core to gain control of your ship to steer it away from the sun. So everyone will have 3 actions to perform during their turn. And it's nice because there's a player aid card for each player to use, and it really helps teach the game while you first play it. Anyways, you can use an action to move your meeple to an adjacent card, never going kitty corner. Having a 3x3 grid, it doesn't take a lot of actions to move around the map, but you will still want to play efficiently, moving to the rooms to do as much work as you can, while still being able to move to another room close by without having to run from one side of the ship to the other. You can scavenge, trying to gain more cards. I'll explain why you want more cards in the game with some of the following actions, but you always will want cards in this game. Anyways, when you scavenge, it doesn't matter where you're located in your ship, but you will roll the die. If it's a 1 or 2, then you failed at finding anything and you gain no cards. On a 3, 4, or 5, you get to take 1 card from the cards laid out or from the top of the deck. A 6 will score you 2 resource cards, and again you can take any of the face-up cards, or you can take cards from the top of the resource deck. If you are in the same room of another player, you can use an action to exchange cards. It costs an action for each card that you give or take from another player. Each room has a list of icons on the right side, some covered with a cube. This is the damage track, and if there are no cubes here on the side and the room takes damage, then you all lose the game. So this is why you will want to take actions to repair the rooms. So to repair, you will need to be in the damaged room, and you will need to discard a card that matches the icon shown on the track. You will add a cube to that icon, showing that it's been repaired, and eventually, sometime, you will want all 3 cubes on these rooms, because you never want a room to be destroyed, losing the game for you. But you're also trying to repair the room fully before you can divert its power to the energy core. Now, whenever you're in a room with all 3 repair cubes on the right side, then you can use an action to divert its power. You will need to discard the listed 3 cards shown on the left side of that room, and then you can place a diversion token there. When a room has a diversion token on it, then the room will take damage like normal, but when repairing that room, then only 1 card that is needed can be discarded to repair all the cubes on all of the missing icons on that track. The last possible action is activating a room, and you will need to be in the room to activate that room's ability. The room will also need to be fully repaired, and each room has its own unique action that can help you to either repair quicker, prolong damage, move easier, plan resources better, gain resources, or gain additional actions to do more. With a combination of these actions, hopefully you and your teammates can work together, taking the actions that you feel will most benefit you all, and eventually diverting the power so that you can stop sweating from the fear of burning up and because the sun is causing some high temperatures. Players take turns doing 3 actions per turn, and after each player ends their turn, one of the damage cards is flipped over, causing the top cubes in the listed rooms to be discarded, adding damage to that room or rooms. These cards start off listing only 1 room at a time, but eventually it'll list 2 rooms and then 3 rooms, which could be 3 rooms that aren't even located next to each other. You win the game if you get diversion tokens on the 8 surrounding rooms in the energy core, and you lose if any room is damaged and there is no repair tokens on that location to save you. Or you can lose if the resource deck becomes depleted. So what does this game include for you? Well, the game is a cooperative game that doesn't add any fluff. Your sole purpose in the game is to manage the bad stuff, like not letting the rooms explode, and also progressing by diverting all the power from all the rooms to the energy core. I feel like the game doesn't do anything new that we haven't seen in other games, but maybe you haven't seen the games that I've seen. So what the game does do is it provides a very balanced cooperative game that you won't win every time you play. The game takes the mechanics included in a game that uses them the best way possible. So again, it might show nothing new, but it takes the well-known mechanics that we have seen and puts them together to make a very nice game. I also like that there is just enough different resources to make it different for each room, but not too many to make it extremely hard to draw the resources that you really need. The room's abilities can also help your strategy, but again, you can only use those rooms when they're completely repaired. On your turn, you will almost always have multiple options as to what you should do, and it doesn't ever stop. So hurry and repair the spaceship, divert the power, and get away from the sun in Solar Storm by Dranda Games. Again, this is Boardgame Brody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around and check out some other board game reviews to see what you might want to get to the table.